Hello, I hope you are all doing well and welcome to our class. Now, you may be in my 171 or my 172, but the classes lay out basically the same way, and I'll show you that. So, the first thing you want to do when you start the course, I'm showing you where you need to go and what you need to do the first day and how to find everything. So first you're going to see this first page. It says welcome. It's got my name, my email. I don't have an office and a phone. I actually live in West Jefferson, North Carolina, up in the mountains. So you will likely not see me, but I am very accessible by email. I respond actually pretty quickly. So, and even if I can't help you right that second, I'll respond and say, something like, I'll get back to you by tomorrow morning. Especially if it's within daytime hours of the week, I get back pretty quickly. I'd like to point out, please expect to spend between 2 and 3 hours working on your class per day. This is an online course. You usually spend an hour or two in class per day, and then twice that outside of class. So you can expect to spend the time that you would spend in class and out in an online course. You can read through my welcome here, and the first thing you're going to do is the enrollment verification quiz, and I'll show you where that is. It's in the first day section. The next tab over here to the left is course information. It's got some expectations in here. Most of these are from the college, and you can read through those. Next one is very important. This is your calendar. So each day, yes, your labs will have dates on them, and over in Mymathlab there will be dates, and I'll explain Mymathlab more in another video. But you will plan your course with this calendar and see what you're expected to do each day. Here's one where you can print, and here it is listed out where you can just pull up this one tab and look at it. And you can see on the first day I'm expecting you to read the syllabus, complete the enrollment verification quiz, complete the syllabus quiz, watch intro videos, this is one of them, and sign up for Mymathlab. And if you're in my pre-calc trig class, then you have a very short introduction activity. And then you'll start tomorrow or Tuesday on your first section. So as you can see, I've got the calendar planned out pretty much for the whole semester. If anything changes, if I ever make any changes to the calendar, or if you notice some discrepancy between the calendar and my due dates, please let me know. But if I make any changes, I will send out an announcement and make sure that you know that in advance. The next tab is the resources tab. So here's your syllabus. Here are instructions on how to complete and turn in a paper assignment. So I may make a short video for that, because some of your labs you'll print them out, write on them, and then upload them back to me. Unless you have an iPad or something like that with a stylus you write on, like I do. Okay, and then here's some tips for Mymathlab if you run into any problems, their phone number and all. Read through this. This is how you can be successful in this course. Very important. If you do all these things, you will pass, no problem. The next tab is our labs. So you can see I've got all the labs, at least the ones I've got ready, maybe all of them, on here that you'll be expected to do. Yes, the due dates are out to the side, but you want to focus on the calendar, because the calendar is going to tell you when to complete this F1 distance and midpoint. That's saying complete that video for that day, and I'll show you where that is. Take your notes, and complete the homework. That's what you do on each of these purple days. Watch the video, take notes, complete your homework. So Friday here, you're going to start on your first lab. Usually I've got homeworks due on Fridays. Unless a test is due during the week, then there may be some homeworks due the day before the test. You can see usually the labs are due a week after they're assigned. So here's lab 1, and I gave you an extra day here, past Martin Luther, and so forth. So you can look through that. Okay. Back to the Resources tab. Also in the Resources tab, I'll add some things like blank graph paper, things you may need during the semester. For the trig class, you'll see some blank polar graphs and some blank trig graphs, very important stuff that you'll need. And instead of having to draw them yourself, you'll be able to print them out. Okay, so we've already talked about this tab. Some of your labs will be quizzes. It's called a quiz, but it's a lab. It's just what it's called in Moodle. It'll count as a lab in Mymathlab, and you'll complete these on your computer. Sometimes there may be in 1 or 2 of the labs, I've got a little spot where you may need to upload one picture or something that you've drawn on your paper. And then some of the labs like this one, you can see you'll have to print it and upload it. So the first day of class, see the calendar, read the syllabus. Here's your enrollment verification quiz. Very, very important. If you don't complete this, then you will be kicked out of the class. It's required by the college. It's not a test. It's very quick. Not a big deal. Here are some instructions on how to sign up for Mymathlab. And here's a little bit about me if you'd like to read that. When you read this, you will see that I have cats, and in some of the videos that I record, you will hear a cat meowing or playing. I apologize, but that's just par for the course, and I don't think it'll be distracting. I try to make sure they're not too active while I'm recording your videos. And then here's your syllabus quiz that you'll need to complete. It's got a due date over here. Then for each unit, you're going to see the lessons for the unit, the labs, and the quizzes all listed out here. And then here are the links to your lessons. So you'll click on the first one, and you're going to see a video here. Press play, watch the video. Yes, some of these videos can get pretty lengthy. Sometimes there's more than one in a section that are only 5 minutes apiece. Sometimes there's one that's 30 minutes long. But these are very important. They are basically the lecture that you would get in a seated course, so that you've got plenty of examples and explanations on how to understand the work. What you'll do with this is there's a handout here. You'll pull that up, print it out, and this follows the video exactly. So you can write down your notes in here. When I write, you'll write on here. That way you don't have to write down everything. If it's several pages long and lots of pictures, you don't have to copy them onto a sheet of paper. You can just print it all out. So if you don't have a printer at home, go to the library, print out all the handouts for the unit, and you'll be set to go. And then this is the handout completed, so that if you need to look back at that, you can. But I do encourage you to watch the videos, especially when it gets more difficult than just distance and midpoint formula. Okay, so that's how each section goes. If I go back and look at the Pre-Calc Trig class, you'll see it's laid out exactly the same way, but Unit 1 starts with Chapter 5. And so you'll click watch the videos. There's a couple of them there. Print out the handouts for each video, and same thing. So that pretty much covers the explanation of Moodle. Again, make sure you know where this calendar is because it shows you everything that's due when and everything that you need to complete. If there's blank days, that's just a day to catch up or get ahead. It's up to you. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.